we'll just give it a few minutes here to load up.
Yep.
Okay, we are live, folks. Welcome back to the show. VPE Live, Season 1, Episode 4. 4 episodes
Right.
deep. We're just babies, but we'll get there.
Let's
We'll
do it.
get there. That Wednesday, May 27th, all day long.
Yes, sir.
We got an interesting market, folks. It's the larger picture is bullish as heck, but we're just so extended. We'll get into it here. We look at the this is the monthly chart. We haven't quite reached the extension, which is quite a ways higher. We're still above the core. Uh, I mean, it bodes bullish, but I mean, how much higher can we really go right now? We'll get to the weekly here. The weekly has hit its extension. Um, Very well could knock us down. I think we need to be knocked down because this is just insane. I mean, I haven't seen a market like this. I don't think ever in my whole entire career of participating in markets. So
Right.
it's
Right. It's pretty wild.
tough to be a buyer way up here. But I mean, lately we've been buying the dips for the rips, but we might have to get on the train of shorting the rips for the dips.
Right. Right. Well,
we'll have to play it by ear here. I mean, we got the daily here,
whew.
uh, getting knocked down. I mean, we're just gonna have to stay patient and see how today sets up. Really, what do you think, BDR?
Yeah, pretty much along the same line. Looking at our higher time frames, we've been bullish for a while. Some days have been a little more grindy than others, but for example, yeah, we got the weekly extension. We went past it. Now we're coming back up underneath it. And on the daily, we almost hit the extension. We were only about 50 points short, and now we're down about halfway. So we'll see if this trend continues. And over on volproedge.com, over in the members area with the day trading chat, our own Andy Owings, the big wrench oracle. He's looking for he's also bullish, and he's also saying that basically, and he makes a good point, is that depending on which way this goes at the open, if it rips up, then he's on team short, because of being at these highs and overextended and overbought. And but if it rips down, then he's back on team long to ride back up to these highs because it's just been so bullish. So basically, he's in this. We're all on the same page. Is we're going to wait and see what that first bar does, the first couple minutes, to see if it rips up or down, and then basically go the other way. I mean, that's kind of what the call seems to be, and I feel good with that. I think it'll be because yeah, trying to trade all-time highs is so difficult because we got nothing to compare it to. We have nothing to historically to look back and try and match up, with. And yeah, so that's what I'm kind of waiting to see as well. What the market's gonna bring us, and with VolPro Edge, we'll be able to hopefully read it well and react accordingly.
Yeah, that's about it right there, bud. I got nothing to add to
Yeah.
that.
All right. All right. And just so everybody knows on the audience, we don't give financial advice. Trading is a risky thing. You probably will lose money. Don't do what we do. But we are here to learn, and we're here to teach, and we're here to get better at trading every day. And but yeah, it is risky, and we don't give trade signals. We are not here to tell you what to do and when to do it and all that stuff. We're just here to kind of entertain and bring you along in our journey. Big J and I, we've been doing this for a little while now, and we're pretty much, we do this every day. We're just allowing, we're inviting you guys in to hang out with us and do what we would do on any other trading day. Sit there and joke back and forth and have fun and watch the markets and see what we can do. So please
Yeah.
don't copy
Well,
us, don't
hey,
whatever.
well, yeah,
Trade your plan.
that is a perfect disclaimer, but also as well, we're trying to expose the world to anybody. If there's any struggling traders out there, or you're on that hamster wheel of strategy hopping and this and that, which is extremely common. Uh, we want to expose you to something tried, tested, and true here. This is not internet furu stuff. We are not internet gurus. We just or internet furus, sorry. We just, we wanted to get on here and share this with the world, really, because it completely turned my world around, and I know it's doing wonders for Rick too as a beginner. I have a little bit more experience than him, but it doesn't matter where you are in your journey or where you come from. VPE has a home for you. That's for sure.
Hmm. Yep, and yeah, in the chat we got Nick Johnson here. Hey, how you doing, Nick? And Andy himself is
Nick,
in here, ready
my
to go.
boy. Yeah,
Yeah,
for anybody watching out there, Nick's a beauty. He's we actually met through a mutual friend, and I
nice.
call him a good buddy of mine now. He's a good trading buddy. He knows his stuff.
Good deal, good deal. Glad to have you,
Yeah,
Nick, and Andy trading in Europe. He's traveling and having some fun and joining us from all the way from up in the cold north, man. Good on you.
yeah,
Let's see what today brings. We got what are we, a minute and a half out, and it's going to be exciting to see what today brings. I'm ready to continue figuring this thing out.
yeah. We take a look at our VPE charts here. We got
Yep.
pretty good rejection on the 50K there. So we'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. It's
We'll probably come down into this pocket support area. I mean, it's a lot of that's a pretty big downswing right there. We went from about 380 and we're sporting under 200 at the moment. So
yeah.
oh,
That's a decent pullback. But let's see if we get any more.
a nice little 200 point fuck you. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say anywhere below or getting around 30,100 or whatever. That might be a, let's see, we got a trough there right at about 125, 100 to 125 from a previous yeah, right around 100. We got a trough from where this thing took off from. So maybe it'll come back to that area, and we got extension DMLs down there waiting for it. So we'll see what we get, what kind of support we might find down there if this thing shoots down. And we're at the dead low right now on the 50K.
Yep.
There on the top chart on your screen, we're at the dead low right at the moment, and the 10K is still showing the downtrend. We got lower lows, lower highs. So let's see. We got 5 seconds. Here we go. Let's rip.
Let's
What are we gonna
fuck.
do? Yeah.
Oh, my boy Nick
Yep.
says he was short at 310. Nice job, buddy.
Woo! You
Three.
jumped right on the train. Let's see, man.
Yeah.
Let's see if we get that continuation. Those double stack core DMLs though might have something to say, but we'll see. Not always.
Are you
Yeah, that's
still
one.
short, Nick? We'll see. We'll see what he says. If he's still short, that's a monster trade.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, it's one thing you'll hear us call out on these different parts of the indicator, which we'll explain in a few minutes. But no one part of it is the deal. You got to use them all together, and they tell a story. And we'll break it down for you in a little bit. And as soon as this little bit of morning volatility calms down, we'll go back, circle back, and explain what we're looking at here. Hey, there's Dan on the chat. How you doing, Dan? Yeah.
Dan Daniel.
There
Dan
we go.
Daniel, everybody.
Yeah, it looks like Andy's on the same train there with the 30,100 level, but well, maybe we got a little reversal sign here. I don't know. This it went down and rejected about 133. Let's see if this one comes back down. Nope, it's a continuation. Yep, here we go. We're still short. Now let's see what we do. Yeah. Looks like we got the footprint is not decisive yet. It's hovering back and forth, right, or low double digits, bouncing around a lot. So no real information there. We started a new 50K in a pocket. It's a support pocket. So yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah. Oh yeah.
We've got
And
we have yesterday's New York high at 113. We have the
Mm-hmm.
Asia low at 69, and we have the London low at about 120. So we've got some levels to sweep there for sure for a rip back up.
Yeah, Andy's saying he likes the 080 level here. Looks like we got a core DML on my screen about that level, about 75, 80 on this particular bar that's printing right now. Let's see how this one behaves though. Right now it's hinting at maybe a little bit of a reversal, but it's not committed yet. Technically it just pulled back to the resistance level and still could be a continuation of the downtrend. So be careful.
Yeah, I'm gonna be super patient. I'll feel a lot more comfortable around the
Yeah.
100 level, maybe 30, 50 if we get there. But
Yeah. See
we
if.
might we got double course here on the 10K as well on the
Yep.
oncoming.
Yep.
So we're almost done this bar. So we might have seen the last of the downside potentially. I mean,
Yeah.
we still
Let's
got
see.
the open volatility. We're only 4 minutes deep, but
Yeah, it's we got 200 on the footprint now. The buyers appear to be coming in to stabilize this thing and cut off that free fall. But I don't know. Let's see how committed they are. You got true average there. This is not a bad spot. Maybe I don't know. I'm
yeah,
trying to see. Let's see if the buyers.
uh, yeah, I want to come just let's see if we dip just a little bit lower.
Hmm.
Um,
We're about minus 50 on the footprint now. It's buzzing around. Still doesn't know for sure where it wants to be. Minus 100. Yeah, there's still a little bit of bear left. Now we're
yeah,
two over 200 on the sellers. So they're coming in and trying to push this thing down a little bit more. Let's see what they get for their effort. Yep. Andy's still waiting. Right. And Dan said he had his eye on 125. So let's see. Yeah, a lot of these levels are looking pretty tasty if we can get down there. Let's see what the sellers have to say about it. Um, right now, yeah, still over 200 on the footprint to the negative side. So the pressure is on. How will the market respond?
what would you know about pressure?
You're right. Right. Yeah, man, this is still hovering around 200, minus 200. I think it's going to be a matter of in this tug of war who gets tired faster, the buyers or the sellers. Let's see.
Yeah,
Looks
I
like sellers are
if
backing up.
this yeah,
Sellers
if
are
this
whittling down. Now we're below 100. But yeah, it's the spread's still nice and tight. We're at about 2 ticks right now, so things are good. So this is a healthy battle for this price action here. But it looks like we're going to push down maybe a little bit farther. I don't know. We've held this level now for a little bit.
we broke the double cores
Up.
on the 10K.
Yep. Yes, sir. Okay, now here we go. Maybe we'll get
Let's see
down to
where
this 080 level that our beloved leader has called out ahead of time. Let's see. Let's see what is. We got that extension DML right at that level, right at 78, 80, somewhere in there. But right now we're at minus 1,300 on the footprint. So there is a lot of selling pressure right now, and its price is not
yeah.
moving in relation to that, in direct correlation. So that tells me that there's still some buyers in here fighting it out. Otherwise, this thing would have tanked, a lot faster. So we're still over 1,100. Yeah, and price just moved up, even though despite all that pressure. So this thing could pop all of a sudden at any point when one of them gives up, but not yet. Hasn't happened yet.
If we get closer to 100, I might take a chance at
Yeah.
a
I'm
buy
I'm
here.
stalking that as well. I'm stalking this. I'm just really got a flash going on right now. We got a live flash on the support and
Yeah.
the resistance, the VolPro reaction levels, which is the blue and the red lines. So those are usually indicative of a some type of switch of direction, but again, they're only a probability or an indication. They're not for sure. Let's see. Yeah, sellers are still coming on right now.
Yeah, I'm
The
gonna hold off just a little bit.
new bar is over 450 on the, if over
Wow.
500. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So this is not done yet. Hang on to your britches.
Yep.
Keep your panties in place.
We got the value area coming up from yesterday.
Okay.
Uh, value area high is 068, so
Okay.
we
We're
could
at
dip into that area and bounce out of it.
right, and initially looks like we are reacting off that 80 level. Let's see where this goes. And oh, and look at that. We got a congestion DML as well. So we are definitely, I would say we're right now the second in congestion on the 50K. We'll see if we stay there or if we just blow right on through it.
Yeah.
But so far we're reacting at this 80 level. It's not, when we're over 800 on the, well, now 700 on the footprint. So um, looks like we're going to seek a little bit lower. Maybe the
Yep.
daily
Let's
low,
go.
maybe sweep the overnight low. Let's see. Yep, retest the lows. Yep. Yeah, wait for this 10K to confirm what's going on. And for those watching that don't use volume charts like we do, again, we'll explain some of this stuff later. We're using 50,000 contract and 10,000 contract volume charts. But if you're using time charts, it would be probably equivalent to the 1 hour and the 15-minute. So the one on the bottom of the screen that's on there right now would be the 15-minute, and the one on the top is the 1 hour. Yeah, this is we're still up 800-900 on the selling on the footprint. So sellers are very active, very aggressive, but we're still getting some pushback. So there's some underlying stuff here, some support that's not letting it just free fall. What do we got? This lower level is sitting at 027. I don't know. Will we get there? We're looking at right now about 138 points of opening range. All right, this has got a KLR setting up on the 10K, and we're getting a rejection
Hmm.
off this level. So this might be shaping up to be our spot. If yeah, man, this is looking pretty good right here. We got the flash, we got the KLR. Um, yeah, I think I'm a buyer. I'm in.
And
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I think I like this KLR. We'll see if I might be wrong, but let's see, where's my stop at? Is 057. Yeah, I think I might be wrong on this one, but we'll see. I'm below the core DML. If it hits there, then I'm wrong. Yep, I think so. Yep, I'm out. That was quick. All right. I like that KLR, and it looked like it was starting to push up, but it's all good. It's all good.
yeah, can't win them all.
No, I had to take a shot though.
That was a good stab, dude.
Well, I don't know. I'm gonna sit back now and be patient. I'm gonna journal my loss now. Wah, wah, wah.
Wah wah wah. Let's see. What do we got? Yeah, we're just not holding any of these levels. We got the 50K extension coming up. We got the 50 extension, folks. Let's see what happens here. Mm, Man, we are just cratering here. Mm. Yeah, we're just gonna have to sit and wait here, folks. It's too late to short, and we're not getting really a long signal just yet.
Yep.
Here's the big 30,000 level. Let's see what we do with it. Oh, we lost the extension on the 50K. Well, we'll just wait longer. It's got to be one of the hardest things I find for traders to overcome is being patient. I know it still stings me sometimes. It'll creep
Oh
in
yeah.
here and there.
Well, and that's why, like I said, for those that have been here, know that this, once I get done with a trade, I like to go over and I screenshot it, I journal it, and I write down what happened, why I made the trade. I mark up the important areas and what my confluences were, why I took it, so that I can go back and review it later. And that also does two things. It gives me data to work on, and it also takes me out of the market so that I don't emotionally get right back in or revenge trade, or my likelihood is a lot less and lets the emotion calm down, and so that I can come back with a level head. So I took a small loss, no big deal. My general stop loss is about 30 points, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, it's
I'll
all
be
part of the
right.
game.
Yeah, I'll be right back with you in 1 second. Let's see here.
I wonder if we just sweep this whole value area. That's crazy. I'm actually, we've come down so far. I might take a stab at this
All right.
30,000 level.
No taking stabs, man. Let's see. Make the setup good.
Oh no, it's
What do the tea leaves say? Okay, I am back with you now. Lick my wounds. Yeah, this thing is still trending down. You see, we've got lower highs, lower lows, and looks like our new. Let's see here. Yeah. And as Andy put it, basically, the 10K didn't confirm. I jumped a little bit too quick on that signal, and as far as just to go over for myself and for anybody else. Basically, if you go back 2 or 3 bars there, I saw a rejection around the 50 level. I should have known that if it didn't close above that core DML there and close above that KLR, I should have known that that was probably a fake out. Now that I'm looking at it in hindsight, had it closed above that core, maybe somewhere around 85-ish, 90-ish, then we probably would have had a reversal more likely. But yeah, no, it's live and learn. I
yeah.
should have seen that. And also on the 50K, at the level where I entered my trade, which was at 088. Let me go back on my chart and see where we were at there. Yeah, we were still above. We were still, yeah, above that congestion DML on the 50K. So yeah, should have been more patient.
Yeah, that's, it's a fine line between taking a setup when you see it and waiting too long and missing it, or it's, you know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
Yeah, It's all part of the game. My boy
Absolutely.
Nick says he likes 970-ish area for longs. I don't really disagree with him.
Nice.
I think it's possible we swept the 30,000 level to fuck with people and then we rip back
Nice.
up.
And Nick in the chat there, man. Look at that. He re-entered a short. He's up 200 points on the day. Good job, Nick. Nice. Woohoo. Good job, Nick. That's awesome. I love to see it. Love to see it. Yeah, we got a big streak too on the footprint here. But looks like it might be slowing down a little bit.
Order filled.
I'm taking a stab long here.
Okay. All right. Let's put it on the board. Let's take a look at that baby.
Yeah, hang on a sec. I'm just lagging a bit here.
It looks like our opening range ended up being about 228 points. That's kind of nice. And now we're just back inside of it. So yeah, we might have to. This might be the turning point on this. I don't know. Let's see. Nice big long trend down. 50K rejected off of like 35 and is above the core DML there. So yeah, we're
There's
back
my trade
inside the
there on the
support
screen.
area. Awesome.
Let's
Yeah,
see what
we're
we
right
do with it.
inside the support area here on the 50K. We're moved back inside the support area on the 10K. So yeah, maybe this is the move. Not sure yet. We'll know in a minute. Nice. There we go. Yep. All right, I'm pulling for you, buddy.
Baby.
Yeah. Yeah, we're making some nice progress there. We got in right around there, right 977. Nice. Okay, let's see here.
Oh, get knocked down a bit.
Yeah, we'll see how much juice the buyers have. This might be an indicator of how the rest of the day goes as far as who's really showing up. Yeah, we've obviously seen the sellers show up in the New York session. So
Yep.
let's see what the buyers have to say, or if they're just gonna lay down.
Let's go, baby. Push it. Push it.
Looks like you're in good shape here so far. What if we can break above this reaction resistance level on that red line there? I think you're in good shape, man.
Yep. Here we go. There we go. Come on.
Yeah, if this continues, then yeah, you're in good shape, man. And Nick says in the chat there that if it actually goes back down or retest those lows below 970, he's back on the short train. We'll see. Rock on. Looks Mike. Yep, you just broke above the resistance level on your charts there. So I think we're in good shape here, man. I think you got a nice trade on your hands. What are you targeting up there around 082?
Yeah.
Yeah, man,
about
that's
08.
extension.
Yeah.
That's extension DML on my screen. So yeah, that's certainly doable. And looks like we got over 200 on the buyers. So they're here. They've shown up. Let's see how strong they are. 82 gets you just above true average on the 50K. So yeah, absolutely, man. And we're in a support pocket. So this thing has life in it, man. I think you're in good shape.
I was happy there. I took 74 points. I took it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, man.
I took it. That was good.
Good job, man. Nice trade.
Yeah. That was a great. Yeah. I stayed patient there. Yeah. There we go, baby.
Nice.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I like it a lot.
Right. All right. Now we'll go back to 10K and 50K. See what we look like here. We got oncoming DMLs, some double stack cores on the oncoming side. up above us around the 100 area, 30,100.
Yeah, that was a good trade here. When in a minute here, I'll explain my
Yeah,
reasoning. But
yeah, break it down for us.
yeah, yeah. My boy Nick caught another 75. Guy, you're a beast.
Woo.
You're a beast.
Yep. 080. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, see, my boy Nick, he's always looking out for me. Yeah, I do remember our conversation last night. I do remember.
There you
That's why I
go.
love you, bro. He always has my back, just like BDR. Nick always has my
Yep.
back, and I love him
th-
for it. I
That's
love
it,
him
man.
for it.
All right, man. Nick's having a great day. Look at that. I love to see it.
Yeah, he's big dick on campus today. Fuck.
It happens. Somebody's got
Got
to
a
do it.
sore back. Got a sore back from carrying that fucking thing around all day. Jesus.
Ah. All right, let's see what we got here. We're getting ready for a new 10K bar above true average. I think we've still got some juice to the upside here. I mean, if it pulls back to, I don't know. I don't know that I'm ready to jump in yet, though. I'm going to say around 30, we've got some good support for continuation up. But man, I'm a little scared of all these sellers that were showing up in the previous bars.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nick says always keep it real, even when you don't
Yeah,
want to hear it.
that's right.
Yeah, well,
Well, yeah,
well,
a friend will tell
well,
you how it is,
fuck
man.
me. Yeah, exactly.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, this is an interesting development here. We got a support pocket, we got extension DML, middle of the envelope, congestion DML, all on the 10K, which is a
Yeah.
good support to continue up. But man, these sellers have just been tenacious today. Yeah, so far, at least this
Yeah.
morning. So let's see what happens, man. I'm gonna sit back and watch. Yep,
So
yep.
I'll break down my trade here for the viewers.
Okay.
Um, so on the 50K, which is the top chart, we had that core DML right there. But more importantly, well, just as important, while these 10Ks were developing, um, you could see a lot of buying pressure coming in. Like here, we went up, came back down, and swept below 30,000. And that's anybody who's traded for any time just knows that level sweeps are huge. So when we got this 10K, this bar right this bar right here, just the way it was behaving, I knew it was at least at minimum a short-term reversal. So, and we had already come down so many, like the market can only go down for so long. Like it can't just keep going and going and going. Anybody who's traded knows that. It's got to come back at some point. So when I got the signal, entered, and the best moves are when you move across the envelope like this, and that's exactly what happened for me. And it was a great trade. I love it. I like it a lot.
Nice job, man. Nice job. Yeah.
Yeah.
Going back through the chat there, yeah, it looks like Dan was in probably somewhere around where I was, a little bit too early. And Andy says, basically the buying on the footprint wasn't strong enough. Yeah. So that's this is again, this is why we're doing this journey and opening it up to the world, is that, this is we all have a lot of things in common. Everybody's trying to figure out things and learn and get better. And so the more we can help each other, the more we can, again, you're going to see our successes, our failures. This is the real deal right here. So hopefully
Well,
you like
you
it.
know what I'm trying to, you know what I'm
Huh,
trying to figure out.
what's that?
What the fuck I'm gonna have for lunch today?
There you go. Rock on. Yep, yep. So yeah, no, it's this is interesting here. We had all that support, we broke through it, but now we're bouncing back up. So
Yeah,
even
look
though
at
we've
that
got
10K pocket. Look at that
yeah, but
10K pocket right there
and
that
we're
got
sitting
held.
over
That was like,
around 300 on the footprint. So there's still a lot of sellers trying to push this down, but price is still moving up. So maybe our
yeah.
buyers are waking up. I don't know.
I forgot to add as well. The reason why I exited the trade is because we were coming up to, if you look on the 50K here, we've got resistance coming here, and I knew it was going to be trouble, and we were reaching the bottom of the envelope and that uh, true average DML. So I was like, you know what? 73, 74 points.
Yeah,
Polish my nuts and serve me a milkshake, Sandy. Let's go.
yeah.
Give
Make
it
me a
to me.
sandwich.
Make me a
Oh,
sandwich and make it good.
right, right,
Turkey and provolone. Can you
right,
handle it?
right.
Yeah.
Looks like our 10K is firmly in congestion right now, and when it's in congestion, it tends to cycle from the top of the envelope to the bottom of the envelope, or thereabouts, and that's exactly what we're doing right now. So we entered congestion 2 bars ago when we finished up above the top of the envelope there, and now we're coming back down below it. Sometimes it doesn't always cycle 1 bar. Sometimes it takes 2 bars to do it. Just depends on how volume is going and what's happening. But uh, we appear to be in congestion here. So that's the type of trading that we're in. We always want to be asking ourselves, what kind of trading are we currently in and what do we expect to come next? So if we're in congestion, we would expect some sort of exit out of congestion. And whether that's up or down, we'll have to see. Now, the
We
only thing
will.
is that the 50K though is showing a downtrend at the moment because we have um, higher lows and lower lows and lower highs on the last 2 bars, and it appears to have, I don't know, it's hard to say. It looks like it kind of passed through congestion and started to look like it was exiting down, but now it's coming back up. So we'll see. We may have just expanded the congestion zone. So time will tell. We'll know pretty soon here what we're doing because we're back above at the top of the envelope now. So on the 10K.
Hey, Dan Daniel, are you still in this trade or did you get out or what's
No, it hit his stop loss.
No, he got in again.
Oh, oh, okay, gotcha. Okay. No,
Yeah.
no, he was just making a comment about my comment that he got it in a bit before me on when I took my loss.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah,
bad. My
yeah,
bad.
yeah, yeah.
Apologize. Beg my pardon.
It's all good. It's all good. So yeah, this is interesting here. Just to go a little bit
8 points a
over.
day keeps the job away.
Right, 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 right. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we've got let's see how this shapes up. For just a quick explanation for those that are along, the charts that you're seeing, as we mentioned before, are volume-based charts. VolPro Edge prefers the volume-based charts, but just understand that the indicator, which is the brainchild of Andy Owings, the guy, he's in our chat. He's the person who created this whole thing. Um, the indicator, it has a lot of facets to it, and it's like learning another language. All these dots and lines correspond to mathematical things running in the background that are helping us interpret the market, just like any indicator does. But this is a proprietary indicator, and uh, volume charts, though, tend to, we feel at least, that they're a little bit more reliable because it's based on actual market activity and price movement instead of time passing. Because just because time passed, whether that's some arbitrary amount of time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, an hour, that really doesn't tell you anything because it doesn't take into account what's actually happening. So we use a 50,000 volume chart for the NASDAQ and a 10,000 volume chart for the NASDAQ. So that basically it's a 1 to 5. So it's similar to a 1 hour and a 15 minute, but it's just based on actual activity. Now, right now, the only charting platforms that I'm aware of that allow you to look at volume in this way are Ninja Trader and Sierra Chart. So Big J, he trades on Ninja, I trade on Sierra. So our marks are a little bit different because of how those different platforms process the data, but the story ends up reading pretty much the same. And really, that's what this is all about. Is this is just helping us read the story of what the market's telling us. And if you notice with the current 10K bar there on the bottom screen, it's moving along. If you look to the right of it, you'll see what we call the oncoming DMLs. Those are the lines and or those are the dots that are, but they move. They're dynamic. And as soon as this gets near the 10,000 mark, you'll see those lock in. And when the new bar starts printing, those are set then. So when it reaches some of these price levels, those were predicted by the indicator before that bar started printing. And you notice they're adjusting quite a lot right now because the price is moving. All the bars to the left are all set and they don't move at all because those are history. But the ones in the front, those are dynamic and they'll continue to adjust based on the price action and the algorithms behind them. Don't ask us what they mean because I have no idea what the algorithms or the math are, but they do work. So that gives you a little bit of understanding of kind of the charts that you're seeing. And there is a 14-day free trial over on volproedge.com. Feel free to go over there, sign up for that, take a look at the indicator. Andy does a great job of explaining it way better than us. He's got course modules that'll go into breaking down the very, very small, minute details of the terms, what everything means, how they're used, and they're all used together to formulate a picture.
Yeah, it's important little tidbit as well. The free trial, guys, it's literally no obligation, no, like, you don't even need to input your credit card. It's
Yep.
literally, we hand you 14 days for free. No questions asked, no gimmicks. No gotchas. No
No,
gotchas.
no. And again, we're not, this is not the land of the Furus and all this stuff that you see on social media. There's no flexing, there's no Ferraris, no Lambos. So if you came for that, sorry, wrong channel. But we're here to learn a craft and become good traders. And that's
Real
really what the
education.
journey we're on. Yep.
Yeah.
We're about reaching the halfway of this opening range here, looks like. Let's see what happens here.
We are in an interesting spot. We're in a 50K pocket, but we,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we got this 50K pocket here. So we'll see. But we've blown through the mid envelope and the congestion DML there. So who knows?
Right. Right.
We'll see. We'll see what the 10K tells us.
Yeah. On
Actually, you
mine,
know
it's
what? You know what?
good.
You
Yeah.
know what? I uh, I mean, I can pretty much I can pretty much only make I'm basically almost at my daily max for the day. So
Okay.
me putting risk on,
Yeah. Probably not a great
again,
idea.
would just, yeah, I'm actually going to do the responsible thing here, and I'm going to lock myself out until tomorrow. I'm walking away with a solid day. I got to get in the habit of
Nice.
doing that. I don't
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
get
No.
I don't want to get around 1 o'clock and get the old fuzz brain going, thinking I should make some more money
Right. No. Good job, man. Yeah. Because
when
that's
when there's really
protect that
no
capital.
point. Yeah, and for anyone watching out there, guys, we are not on here for. I mean, I do have a lot of market experience and trading experience, but we are not on here portraying to be the big end all be all of trading. We both still have our own struggles from time to time, and I'm trying to correct that process because it's the
No.
last hurdle I'm facing to open up all the doors that I need.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, the
I'm
thing is, you did
gonna.
your job.
I did my job. Got
Yeah.
almost 75. 70, I mean, 75 points for one day. That keeps the job away.
Yeah, yeah. That's the thing too. That's why also we talk in points and we're not really trying to talk in dollar values because what those points are worth to you or to me or to anyone else is all individual based on your risk, your risk management, your bankroll, your experience, your confidence. There's all these things that factor into that. And so we can't tell you what those points are worth to you. But the idea is, In the rest of the world, this idea of an 8-hour workday, or you got to grind, or you got to work really hard and be tired and stressed out. Sometimes in trading it doesn't work like that. And when you've done your job, which is get your whatever your goal is. If your goal is try to get 75 points a day or whatever, that's a healthy way to make a living. And because once you can do that consistently, then you can just make those points worth more. Put a little more risk on. You have a little more confidence, and looks like we got a little good movement here on the market. But yeah, that's why
Yeah,
we talk the
that's
way we talk is in points, because it's really important for psychology and really important for keeping things in perspective. Which is, like I'll tell you right now, I trade micros right now because I've still got a lot of learning to do, and I'm still trying to work on this process. And so you may be on five minis, and that same 75 points is huge compared to what I'm winning as far as dollar value. So it's really kind of irrelevant um, when you're actually trying to apply a craft to trading and learn how to do it. The dollar values are kind of irrelevant. I know everybody think that's kind of silly, and but trust me, it will change your psychology when you quit thinking about it in just dollars, and look at it as units. Look at it as points.
okay, guys. It's official.
Yeah. All right.
I officially I couldn't trade until the next trading day, even if I wanted to.
Wow, look at
That's a
that, man.
W,
Nick.
guys. That's a
Wow.
W.
Nice, man. Look at that, Nick. 350 to 400 points on the day, man. That is amazing. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. No, good job, Nick. No, hey, small size, large size, 350 to 400 points is a phenomenal day. Good job, man. That's awesome.
Big Dick Nick. Big Dick
Yeah.
Nick.
Yeah. He went balls deep. He got all the points today.
Yeah.
Wow, look at this, man. We got over 1,700 on the footprint on sellers. It's negative 1,600 now, but yeah. And look, we did not get a lot of price movement for that effort. That is wild. So we are
Oh wait,
definitely
yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
push down here below. I think something's wanting to push this back down under 30,000. What do we got here?
Yeah, I think the 30,000 is going to be a battle pretty much all day. I think maybe,
Yeah, yeah,
but
awesome. Let's see here, man. What is this going to do? It hasn't decided yet. There you go. Nick's giving you some love there in the chat.
oh yeah,
Let's
little
do
little
this
reach
here.
around for the kid.
Right, right. All right. Give me one sec. I'll be right back.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, for I don't know how many. I can't see how many viewers we have and stuff right now, but for anyone out there, feel free to give the stream a like and a comment. It really helps us out a shit ton. It helps us out a lot. We really appreciate it. Over the uh over the coming days, everything that you see will be getting a heck of a lot better. This is sort of like a trial run, if you will, for a few days to make sure everybody's comfortable and whatnot. I've never been on camera before, so this is my first time. I don't mind it. I can still perform, so everything's good on my end. We're really enjoying it. We're also really looking forward to seeing where we can take this. And we invite anyone to jump on our backs and come along for the journey. And you can learn a shit ton about trading.
Right. Well, and you know what? Even if they don't, we're still going to be here, man. Either way, man. Look at this. We are still pushing
We are.
over. We're
That
pushing
is
a
true. We
thousand.
will still be here.
We're pushing right around 900 to 1,000 on the footprint. Sellers are just aggressive today.
Doctor says she got the cancer.
Yeah, I am not have a clear read on this market. The higher time frames and stuff, everything is not quite clear to me right now. So I am sitting out. And look at that, though. If you look on the daily, just to kind of go back over this, we went all the way up to, what do we got? What is our high at 380, and we're down now sitting here below. So we've we're now down almost to the daily low. Yeah, we already swept the low, so we're on our way back up. So there's a lot of movement in this. Lots of movement today. Oops.
Yeah, the volatility today is great for traders.
Yeah. And we're still sticking around the bottom of the opening range here. I think there's a little battle here fighting it out because we got, still heavy selling on the footprint, but yet price is still tending to move up. So there's a big battle here. I have a feeling that later on it's going to break for a pretty big run one way or the other.
Yeah, Nick, there's a lot of guys that make a solid respectable income trading micros, dude. I've seen it a few
Yeah.
times.
Yeah, I mean, again, it all comes back to your experience, your confidence. If you've got your system and your process nailed down, it's a lot easier to take on and add a little bit of risk. Especially on trades where you really know that you've got it dialed. And it comes back to what's your trading plan. If you have a solid, well-established trading plan, mine is still in development. I have a basic idea, but I'm still looking for ways to improve and polish mine up. But once you get that nailed down, man, size is basically your determination, whatever you want.
We're battling that 30K level again.
Yeah, this
See if
is
we can.
a good zone here for seeing what's going to happen.
Is Big Wrench still in the Big
Oh
Wrench
yeah, he's
still on the
around.
stream or what?
He's around. He's got a lot of things going with VolPro Edge in the background and stuff like that. So he's trading, he's managing, he's doing all kinds of things. He's like a madman. He's a mad scientist in the lab. Oh. Yeah, this is crazy, man. This is so much. Overall for the day we're down 6,000 over 6,000 on the footprint at the bottom there for total cumulative ask volume minus bid volume is in the negative.
Minus 6K for the day.
Yep.
Yeah, that is a
And I think
seller's
we started
day.
let's see, we started New York at looks like about like plus 500 or something like that, but it got up to a high of plus 2,600. And now we're down. Yeah. So sellers are definitely, maybe it's some profit taking, from yesterday, yesterday and last night. Might have some sell off here going on. The way we'd said that it's the way this has been screaming, it was due for a little bit of a correction. Yeah, right now it doesn't appear to be convicted one way or another. It's kind of just going to chop back and forth here. Where are we at here? 50K. Yeah, see, and the thing is none of these, the 10K is acting in congestion. 50K is kind of wants to look like a downtrend or whatever, but it's, pretty weak. So it's not nothing decisive that's telling me which way this wants to go.
Yeah. I mean, if we're above 30K, I'm on the bull side. If we break 30K,
Mm-hmm.
it's just that huge round number.
Right. And now we're back to approaching up near the middle of that opening range. So that's kind of a tough place to to enter because right now it's going back and forth, sawing back and forth. So it's like there's really no clear direction on it. All right. So I guess you guys are in full summer swing up there at your way, huh? Up north.
Yeah, pretty. We're getting right to the start of summer here.
Nice. Everything's thawing out. Don't have to worry about
I
pipes
mean, hey,
freezing.
no, there's no guarantees though, boy. There's no guarantees
Yeah.
here. It could
Right, 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 right.
we could wake up
Uh,
to a frost warning tomorrow.
it's so funny. Like here, the weather is so stable and so like temperature neutral. It's funny. You know those Insta Hots that you use under like a sink to make hot water for just that sink?
Yeah.
Okay, we use those for our whole house. Like that's literally
Damn.
all the hot water you need for showers, for washing things, for doing laundry, for everything is that little tiny one little sink because the water never gets cold. It stays, it's always, just warming it up a little bit. So yeah, we actually get away with using one of those little electric Insta Hots for the whole house hot water.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty
Yeah.
much,
That's wild.
80 to 85 degrees in Fahrenheit. And what is that? 30 to 32, 33, pretty much every day. All right. For those that don't know, yeah, I'm coming to you from down in Costa Rica, and Big J is up there in the north, up in Canada.
Yeah. Well, VPE as a whole is global, but
Oh yeah,
this show we've got the whole Western Hemisphere conquered.
covered. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we got Dan that was in the chat earlier. I don't know if he's still there, but yeah, he's coming from Europe. We got a couple different traders from Europe that are actively trading on VolPro Edge. Uh, we got people in Hawaii, Australia, Iceland, everywhere, man. There's people all over the globe that are using VolPro Edge and have found success with VolPro Edge. And it really does give you an edge if you take the time to learn it, if you take the time and study it and put the hard work in. Just like anything else, it's a lot of hard work. Trust me, it's not magic. I mean, it is magic once you learn how to use it, but it's not magic in the sense that you can just wave a wand over it and it shows you the way. Oh yeah, good deal. Dan's still here. But yeah, if it takes a while, and I'm still struggling with some parts of it, and because it's a lot to take in all at once. It's kind of like learning anything new. Big J's a hockey man. If he were to take me out there and try and teach me how to play hockey, I can only focus on one thing at a time, whereas a real hockey player can focus on 20 things at once. Everything they see the whole um, field of play. They see all the players. They see everything that's happening all at once, and I'm sitting there staring at the puck and getting smoked because I can't focus on 10 things at once. This is kind of the same thing. Is as you study it more, as you use it more, your lens kind of zooms out and you're able to take in more information. Like earlier on
Yeah.
that trade that I lost, right? I wasn't totally zoomed out. I didn't, there was some fine tune, some nuances, some things that just would have shown me that that wasn't the right place to get in had I been paying attention to them. But as a newer trader, sometimes I get locked into one or two confluences and I make mistakes. So yeah, hopefully you guys can learn from that and see that, uh, and that's why, again, why I journal, why I study, why I put the work in. I'm trying to get better. Yeah, and over on
Yeah.
the volproedge.com trader chat, day trading chat, Andy is saying, yeah, 30,000 may be a nice psychological support level here for a long. Yeah, and good thing we have VolPro Edge to show us the way and see what this is going to do. It seems to be dancing around this area quite a bit. One of the things to get into definitions too of for us, there's the standard definition of a downtrend or an uptrend of when you have higher highs and higher lows, or lower highs and lower lows. Those definitely come into play. But for VolPro Edge, we have this thing called the envelope. Those are the green lines that you see with the green dotted line running through the middle. And so when we have closes above or below that middle line, That's what helps us establish whether it's an uptrend or a downtrend. If it's above, you get consecutive closes above the middle line, you're in an uptrend. If you get consecutive closes below the middle line, it's a downtrend. So you'll notice on the 10K, we appear to be in a downtrend. We've got 4 closes on the bottom of that middle level, but you notice we don't have a nice clean structure. We don't have lower lows and lower highs consistently going through there. We have that last bar was kind of a wrench in the works. So that to me, again, it doesn't show a very nice, strong, clean downtrend. It's kind of a grindy, kind of messy downtrend.
Yeah, it's
Those
been
things
a
I don't
definitely been a
trust.
battle back and forth. Yeah. And
Yeah,
if you take a
yeah.
look here on the 10K, the previous bar that got rejected, we couldn't hold the extension, couldn't hold the middle envelope. Like that's a pretty good rejection there, guys, with the pocket resistance pocket there. So we got the 50K coming to its previous lows. So this is either we're gonna go one of two ways. Either this is a fantastic buy at the lows, or we're gonna collapse down. Uh, for me to take a buy, if I was still in the game today, I would want to see this 10K make structure back to the upside, meaning these two cores here to hold on the next bar, and maybe a push up or something along those lines.
Right.
Because we definitely got the support here on the 50, but we're also coming to a close on the 50. If the next bar could open up on the bottom and push up, we'll let the 10K tell us what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and like I was saying before, we've got all the, like, even on the 50K, we got these 3 closes below the middle of the envelope, but man, is that messy. That is not a nice clean structure. And just like building a house or building anything else, the cleaner the structure, the stronger it is. This is just like a bunch of matchsticks just all in a pile. uh, let's see how we react here. Right now, we're right at the opening range, the bottom there. We're just tickling it right up under the taint. There we go. Yep, right at 60 here. And I think looks like we're heading back down. Maybe we're going to sweep this other low again, or make a new low. Let's see what it does. Sellers have just been on fire. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah,
5.
they've
This is
definitely.
this this is the 6th bar that has been negative on the footprint in a row. Now we are rejecting off of this still as of right this minute, and if it looks like another KLR forming up over here on the 10K potentially. So if we get a nice strong rejection and a decent close on this, we could be setting up for a reversal. Let's see.
Speaking of KLR, my
Yeah.
buddy, my trading buddy, shout out KLR. Shout out
Yeah,
Ralph
yeah.
too. Shout out Ralph too. Ralph's the man. He's
Yeah.
uh he's
Yeah.
doing big things right now with himself.
Nice, nice. Yeah. We got lots of friends over there on VolProEdge.com in the day trading chat. And people, making money and doing things. They're not always they're not talkers and people like us, but they're definitely putting in the work and doing the thing. We got Darren in the UK. We love hearing from him, and yeah, there's a lot of fun people, really supportive community. That's the other thing too, is there's not a lot of people with egos and stuff like that. It's a really good supportive community. Everybody's trying to help each other out. Um, Lots of people at different stages of their game, and everybody gets along and everybody helps each other out and shares information, and it's great, man. I love it.
Yeah, you and I are pretty much the only pieces of shit, pretty much.
We're degenerates, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why I love when you set up the stream here for YouTube. It's like, is this meant for kids? Yeah, no, definitely not. No, do not bring your children.
yeah.
This
This
is
no,
not.
this ain't
Uh,
for for anyone out there watching. We're trying to create a good balance of, like, we take trading seriously, but we gotta if you can't have fun, what the fuck do you got, right? Like,
Well, it's a difference of. I think it's okay to take trading seriously, but you don't have to take yourself so seriously. I know I don't.
exactly. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. That's a good way to put it. I mean, if anybody out there hasn't figured it out, I'm an absolute wild card.
Yeah,
And full disclosure, Rick and I are actually a very unlikely duo.
yeah.
15, 15 years. Well, yeah, anywhere from 6 to 18 years ago, we would not have been friends.
No,
And
no, no, no.
to put that into context, folks, Rick's a former former lieutenant from the police department.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was a long
Yeah,
time ago. But yeah, no, in another
once
life.
upon a time. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a part of my life. I've been retired now for over 9 years. So yeah, I have definitely part of my history for sure. But yeah, definitely, I think it helps me in trading too sometimes. You know, some of the discipline, some of the things that I learned from there certainly come over. But also some of the bad parts. You know, people that do that tend to be pretty critical of themselves, and you know that definitely is not helpful in trading. If you're being self-critical and being hard on yourself, you know. But yeah, I think this is like a second career for me. You know, I had my one career and it was good and it helped you know take care of the family and stuff like that for over 20 years. But now, yeah, this is a new chapter for me. What is this doing here? Looks like we're rejecting. This is some good action here. Looks like although we did finish a little lower than I'd like on that last bar, but now we're pushing back up, straight up off of the low there at 88. And yeah, here, see how far we push back up here and see if this sets up another reversal. But I don't like that previous bar that finished down low there below those double cores. I mean, it did, the extension held, which is good news. But let's see where this bar, this current bar, if it prints and holds above this true average, maybe we got something going back up to the upside. But man, the sellers
and
have
if
just
you
been so strong. They scare
yeah,
me.
if you take a look too, like this is what I call the double extension. We've got one
Hmm.
that held on the 50, and we've got one that held also on the 10.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, see, we're pushing up now. Now the buyers have come in over 400 on the footprint. So maybe that down move is, maybe it's over, but you know, we've been fooled before. Let's see. This is where this settles down to. I'm
well, and
thinking if this.
this could also potentially be the classic sweep of the
Hmm.
opening range structure and the initial balance, and now we move back into it.
Yep.
Potentially, it's not guaranteed. It's just
Yeah.
that's a common thing. That's a common thing. I mean, we got a 50K pocket here.
Right.
We've got the 50K, right? We bounced off the extension. Well, let's see what we get.
Like a little KLR forming up on the 50K, but although we're kind of far away from that closing anytime soon.
Yeah,
And
but I do. The 10K is starting to shape up for a rip to the upside
hmm
potentially. If these DMLs hold, if this current bar has a good close,
yeah,
I would feel decently confident for the upside.
yeah, yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, this is the first time we've had a positive thing on the footprint for 6 bars, and then even before that, it was not. It hasn't been there. There hasn't been any sustained buying at all today in this session.
Yeah,
So that's the only
that's
thing
the
that
only thing that
scares me
worries
about
me.
the long.
Yeah,
Yeah,
gotcha.
it's just has not. They've been really short bursts on the long side.
It's
So
almost like it's just short covering.
yeah, yeah, I don't know. We're coming up here on less than 1,000 contracts to go on this 10K, and yeah, it just took another sharp little yank down to the downside there. I don't know. Now I'm thinking this thing is not done.
Let's see what we get on the next 10K bar. Will tell us a better part of the story here. We got the double chorus on the oncoming.
Yep.
Yeah, we're
I
back
mean,
inside the envelope on the 10K. We could rip up a little bit. I'm not
yeah, it's
saying we're
got
going
good.
back to highs or anything like that, but oh, look at that. Just
Yeah.
yeah.
Nope.
Sellers are here, man. They're just here.
Yeah, the sellers are
But
swinging the big dick today, man. This is clear to me that yeah,
yeah, sellers definitely have the big wrench today.
yep, yep. And it looks like overall for the day we're down 160 points, so there's definitely room to bring this back down a little farther. I mean, on the daily, technically we could come down to uh 29,780-ish and still be in an up, still be in a nice solid uptrend as far as the daily goes. 'Cause it won't break
Well,
structure.
the New York low of yesterday is 29,828 roughly.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we could
So
we could easily go visit that and come back up and still be in a good uptrend structure for the daily. So
mhm.
um yeah, that's certainly within the realm of possibility, my friend.
To be honest though, this market needs this sell off. Like it needs it. It was just so goddamn extended. Like
Right.
let's see, what do we got on the footprint right now?
We are sitting at minus 400. So we're back to
We're
selling.
moving up. We're moving up
Yeah.
here pretty.
And overall we're over 8,000, minus 8,000 for the cumulative total for the day.
Mhm.
So yeah, no, it's definitely seller's ball right now.
Well, let's see how this 10K closes because it just completely reversed.
Yeah.
If you're thinking about a long, Rick, it's start sizing up your
Yeah.
what you're thinking because if I was
Yeah.
in the game, this is what I'd be starting to get excited about a little bit.
Right. Right. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just I have not seen any sustained buying going on at all. So I don't know. I'm gonna be uh I'm gonna be very careful about stepping out in this traffic because
Yeah, fair enough.
while the charts are telling us one thing temporarily live, I'm looking at the day. The history of the day is telling me that and again, at some point it's going to pop, but we haven't even hit lunchtime yet, so we'll see. Markets tend to be bullish overall if they can be at all, but yeah, this may sneak back above that VolPro Edge reaction resistance level. If it does that, looks like it's just starting to on your chart there on the 10K. Mine's still a little bit.
Hmm.
So yeah, you might be right. We might be heading for a little bit of price to the upside. Let's see here. Man, like you said though, it does look pretty tempting. It's pretty juicy. You know, I'm not seeing the buyers come in yet. There they are. There they are. But
And
still
take
not.
a look too, Rick. This 50K bar is about
Hmm.
60% done,
Yeah.
roughly, and it's completely reversed. Like
Yeah.
it's
Yep.
bounced off
Yep.
that extension.
Yeah. I mean, you may turn out to be right, but again, we're still, this is
And
weak
I'm
on
not
the
trying to I'm not trying
buyers.
to talk you
Yeah.
into
Yeah. Yeah.
anything. I'm just
No, and I'm just
uh,
telling you why I'm not sold yet is we're still struggling to get above 200 on the buyers on the footprint. Like it's everything else says yes, but that is telling me that they're not here in sufficient numbers to give me the momentum I
yeah.
need.
Yep,
I
fair
just
enough.
yeah, I'm gonna sit back and wait. Now we're under 100. Now we're in the negative. So yeah, there's just not enough buyers to have an effect. Yeah, there's just not enough. the battering ram is not big enough to get through the wall at this point. Of course, that that can change in a second, but yeah, I'm not. We're right back also to the opening range low, right around there, tickling it again.
I bet you we test 30,000 again.
Right, right. Yeah, and the way this market's been, I would almost feel better instead of trying to catch the reversal is wait for it to form a little trend and ride that trend for a few points. Like you said, maybe break 30,000 and then cruise up a couple hundred from there. But normally I love reversals, man. Those are really good paying positions, but today they're just so risky, man.
Yeah, here we go. We're moving up. We're
Yep.
moving
Now we're
up.
now we're plus 300 on the current bar footprint. So let's see.
Testing that 30,000 level.
Yeah, let's see how it reacts here at this extension DML on the 10K. You know,
If we can get into the 30,000s, which we're trying to
yeah.
right now, we could test 30,090 again, 30,100.
hmm Yeah, I'm going to see how this respects this extension DML on the current bar and go from there. If we don't get any higher than now, I'm not convinced that this isn't just a little temporary reprieve and we continue pushing down. I mean, look at that 50K. 50K is clearly trending down. I mean, it's not pretty, but it's trending down. Even though we're sitting at the top of that bar, we still got 3 out of 4 bars are in line with lower lows, lower highs. Just a tiny little break of structure that's not perfect on the previous 50K bar, but yeah, I'm not going to fight against that trend. Normally I like to. My favorite trades are when these time frames line up. Of course, you know what I mean. When they line up and they're both telling the same story, then I'm in. But right now they appear to be not necessarily on the same page.
Yeah.
And we're still not getting above that extension DML, and I don't know, man.
Well, it's gonna take a little bit. It's the next bar perhaps,
Maybe,
or we could
maybe.
do.
Yeah, as far as I can see here, is I would be looking for this to pull back to somewhere um, back around 950-ish for another push
Mhm.
up. But let's see. Oh, there we go. We got past it there on my screen. We got past the extension DML on the 10K because it was sitting at 10, 30,010.
Yeah.
Yep, yep. So we might be heading back up.
Gonna have to start calling me the Oracle.
Right, right, right.
Yeah, this thing. Yeah, we're breaking the 10K extension here.
Yep, yep. Yeah, it's sitting firmly above there, and I think it's going to close above there for sure. Yeah, it's going to close at a dead high, it looks like. So that's good. That's a good thing for longs. Now let's see if we get a pullback. Maybe I'd be interested around 950, 960, maybe. Let's see how it forms though. How quickly we get there or not. See, there's those aggressive sellers coming back in and just shoving this thing down. Yeah. Man, this is just
Yeah, we got some action here.
yeah, it's good, but yeah, it's not again, I don't have a clear picture of where this thing is going. I don't see reversal in the now in the oncoming in the 50K, it's forming up to be a potentially decent reversal because look how far we've come off that extension
Mm-hmm.
DML and
Mm-hmm.
we're in a support pocket. So yeah, maybe this next 50K will show us a little bit of more clear picture. And if that shows bullish and the 10K is still bullish, maybe I'll jump on there, but I want to see a little more evidence. Ba-da-ba-bum. I don't want to get, I want to be the one doing the gang banging. I don't want to get gang banged, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
uh, there's a big difference. I'll pitch all day long. I'm not catching. I mean, and not that that's a bad thing if you're into that, but yeah, just not for me.
Well, it's only
Yeah.
it's not gay. It's not gay if you have your shoes on.
Right, right, right. But I don't. See, that's the thing. I live down here. I don't wear shoes, man.
Oh. Oh shit.
Yeah. Ain't no shame in my game, baby. Well, hell, what are we gonna do here? Tell me, do.
Hey, I'll be back in 2 minutes, buddy. My dogs are giving me the I gotta
Ah,
take a piss eyes.
all right. Well, yeah, man. Handle your
Yep.
handle your business. I
Yep.
got this.
Yep. I'll be right back.
All right. Cool deal. Yeah, man. Got to take care of those best friends. They're important. I got a couple of dogs myself. I love them to death. So yeah, we're going to see how this goes. It looks like it's still trying to maybe think about pushing down to the middle of the envelope, extension DML and support level here on this 10K, which would normally indicate a good support level to go long off of. But again, given this market today, man, these sellers are just so aggressive and strong. I'm just going to kind of just watch and you know, um, you know, part of my journey has also shown me that sometimes, even though you start with a little bit of a negative, like I took a loss here. I'm down a little bit, down my 30 points or whatever. Sometimes that's okay to end the day like that. That's a hard thing to accept when you're first learning how to trade. Is that sometimes that's a win when you only down 30 points for the day and you walk away. Um, Yeah, and it looks like we just got a comment here from Andy on the VolProEdge.com day trading chat. It says doesn't feel like a good market to trade today, guys. Some of our original ideas or whatever didn't come to plan, and so we haven't got any confirmation on these charts. They're not in sync with each other, and now it's just kind of a mess. Yeah, that's my take all as well. Yeah, and even Andy. I mean, yeah, the mentor and teacher and creator of this is saying, yeah, pretty much a no trade day for him at this point. So sometimes it's knowing when not to put your money at risk and get involved, and those are okay. That's a tough lesson sometimes. You know, let's see here. We got yeah, imagine people without good process and without a good system or a good edge. they're getting wrecked. These markets are brutal, and everyone getting their money taken. But yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah, so I'm with you, Andy. I don't know where this thing wants to go either. Again, it's showing some signs of life here on the long side, but they're not convincing enough for me to put capital at risk for sure. Um, this is one of those times where, yeah, it's just a better to take a small loss and save things for another day when things are more favorable, and then press the gas when it's time to press the gas. Uh, that's one thing I think too that you're not seeing out in the space here with traders. At least, I've watched a lot of YouTube videos. I've watched a lot of people, and trying to look for knowledge and look for understanding about this game. And of course, my main source of information is VolPro Edge, but especially when it comes to things like psychology, risk management, trade management, things like that, I try to take in information from lots of different sources. But one of the things you hardly ever see is people talking about not trading, and that's an important thing. Um, it's just as much a part of trading as getting involved, is not taking a trade, and I think it's important to remember that. So make some entry here in the chat here. Yeah, man, it's so I don't know. I don't know anybody else that's still with us here. What do we got? A couple people watching. But yeah, it's I think it's just as important, and more people should talk about it and be honest about it, and that way you don't get wrecked. Half of this game is just surviving long enough to polish your edge and to get your system and your process down, so that then you can reap the rewards of somebody who stuck it out. So many people quit, so many people give up, and it's there's we've been taught since we were little kids, that being active is productive, and that not and sitting on your hands is being lazy. And unfortunately, or fortunately, in trading, it's the exact opposite. Sometimes the best thing to do is sit on your hands, just watch and learn, absorb information, but at no cost to you. When you're putting your money at risk, there's a cost to that knowledge. And so, I mean, hey, if you got money to burn, go ahead. But I think sometimes you can learn just as much from when you decide not to be involved and just kind of sit and be a cheerleader and watch and see what's going on. Yeah, we got looks like coming back to this 50K. It looks like it is in a good position for a push up. Um,
Yeah.
we did close above some of those critical DMLs. Where we closed, at least on my charts, on my 50K, we opened into above a resistance pocket, which is usually a really good sign that we're about to push up. So if it happens, I won't be surprised. Will I be involved in it? Probably not. Again, this day has just been brutal for the long side. So again, sometimes it's better not to be a salmon. We know how that story ends, right, Jay?
Yeah, yeah, essentially.
You're gonna die tired and worn out and beat up, and that's not a way to be. So yeah, it's good to be involved in the market. I still love coming in, and even when I'm not trading, I enjoy watching the market, hanging out with my friends. That's why the community is so important. A lot of people talk about how lonely trading is, and you're by yourself and whatever. And for some people, that's great. But for someone like me, I like the social interaction. I like the fun. It helps fill in some of the spots.
Yeah, that's if this 10K can get over these double cores,
Yep.
we could
Might be
be
might be off for a little trot up to the top there. We're sitting right at 30,000 though too. This is a critical level. Yeah, if this pushes up a couple hundred points here, I will not be surprised. but yeah, I don't believe in it enough to put money at risk for sure. And just again, full disclosure, by the way, we're both trading on evaluate, or we're both trading on prop firm accounts. So this is not live capital. That's down the road, man. That's in the plans. That is definitely in the blueprint for later on. And but yeah, right now it's prop firm money. So even though I'm talking about capital and whatever, I view it as the same. I know a lot of people don't agree with that approach, um, but I'm not using this like a video game. That's a whole nother way of trading prop firms that you're welcome to do, and a lot of people find great success doing it. But again, that's a brutal way that I'm not ready to take on that risk right now. So I'm using the leverage of prop firm money to teach me how to trade and to have practice trading with a little bit of skin in the game, but not enough skin that I hurt myself too much.
Well, that's what it's all about, right? That's what they're there for.
Yeah, yeah. I'm thankful for it, to be honest with you. I think that's another thing that helps people nowadays. The fact that prop firms exist, I think it's a great way to learn. I think people should learn that way. Before all you had was either paper trading. It was all on or all off. You didn't really have anything in the
Hmm.
middle. And I think prop
Yeah,
firms fill a
exactly.
really important space in the middle to where you can have some on, some off. It's paper trading, but with a little bit of skin in the game, and I love it. I'm really thankful
Well,
for it.
dude, when I first came into this game long time ago, there's no such thing as prop firms, dude. I had to cut a check.
Right, right,
You're not trading with two, three, $400. You're cutting a check for thousands.
exactly.
If you
Yeah,
want to, you know what I mean? So it's prop firms are a very good thing coming from someone who's been around the block a little bit.
right, right. Yeah, no, I'm super thankful for them, and I think they're a good tool to learn. But I think people that again, listen to the gurus online and look at these, hundreds of thousands of dollars in payouts and stuff. Number one, they don't know how long the person's been trading and learned and figured it out. Number two, most people never disclose how much they invested to get that $200,000 or $500,000 in payouts. And I'm telling you right now,
Hmm.
they invested a lot of money with those prop firms to get those, because when you're full porting accounts and when you're doing that, taking on that kind of risk and whatever, there, there's nobody that's going in there and buying one or two or three evals and then pulling out $10,000, $20,000. That, because if they were doing that, they'd tell you. But none of them talk about their expenses and what they're paying in prop firm fees. So trust me, when you see those big numbers, they're paying a ton of money in fees. They're blowing tons of accounts, which again, it's not a bad thing. I'm not judging it. I'm just saying that that's a different style of trading than what I'm doing.
Yeah, we're trying to uh, preach and hone the stable trader to be able to stay in the game, not the yo-yo effect. I mean, if you have the bankroll to play the prop game math, by all
Hmm.
means, your trading strategy, in theory, it should work out for you. But
Yeah, yeah.
we're just trying to promote and teach solid trading and how to stay in the game and not, you know,
Hmm.
blowing your shit up is not part of the game. You know what I mean? I mean,
Right,
it happens, and that's why it's good that these prop firms exist. But I mean,
right,
in the real world, no, you're not supposed to blow your shit up. Like it's
right.
not
Well, that's the thing is for me, it's like about developing habits, right? And can you
well that
imagine how
too.
wrecked you would get if you think you're the master and you start making some money at prop firms and then you go fund a live account and you think you're going to trade like that with a live account? That's when you hear
Yeah.
about these guys blowing up and losing millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it's real money, and they wreck themselves. And to me, I don't want to go through the psychological pain of that, and I want to learn how to trade a little more consistently and a more, again, like I said, I have a blueprint, and trading with live capital is on that blueprint. And so I have to develop I'm trying to develop the tools and the habits and the things that go along with trading that live account, and that doesn't involve, yeah, full porting and taking, crazy risks and not, not watching what I'm doing. And so, yeah, again, there's no judgment here. This is, you can trade however you want, trade your money how you want. But um, yeah, I'm just trying to figure this thing out and get some consistency. And even though, things are small right now, eventually they'll scale up.
Yeah, well, I'm rooting for you, dude. I want to see you. Like I said before, for someone as new as you are in the game, you're not doing too bad, dude. You're doing actually pretty well. You're
Thank you,
picking
thank you.
things up,
Yeah, I
and
would,
I
I would.
attribute that. I've said it before, but I'm pretty sure I've said it before. But
Mhm.
for me, I attribute that to just your life experience and whatnot, and I think that helps you out a lot when
Probably
tackling
right.
things. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been in plenty of difficult situations before, and so I can handle that. But I try not to
Oh,
create them.
you don't say, Lieutenant. You don't
Yeah,
say.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's good, man. I enjoy this. I enjoy the challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
No,
just had
I
a nice
for
big
me,
push
I
down on that last bar on the
yeah, we did
10K.
actually. Yeah. Yeah. The sellers are they're just too much today. Too
Yeah,
much.
yeah, yeah. This thing was just going to correct today, and the problem is too is again, it's not a it's jumping back and forth now. It's not just correcting; it's going all over the place. So I think people are getting sucked in, and then stops are getting hit, and
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of stuff happening. All kinds. Oh, what have we, oh, we got 11 o'clock. Um because of the time
yeah.
change where
Tell
I
me about it.
live, like we just put our clocks forward, right? So uh usually where am I going with this? Usually Europe was closing at 11:30 usually before.
Right.
So we put our clocks ahead. Hmm. So now is it
Well, then
now
what
is it
was 11:30 is now
12:30?
12:30.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, there's talk about getting rid of that finally, at least in the U.S. And I can't, I was reading up on it the other day. It's kind of an interesting argument. Because really, there's no reason for daylight savings time from a practical standpoint. And the more I looked into it, and the more I realized, daylight savings time, we've all been told was about farming and about other things, but it's a myth. It's pretty much BS. And on one side, you've got basically the reason, because I was looking with AI and talking with it and saying, explain to me, who benefits from uh, daylight savings time. Who are the real reasons why we can't decide on a time and just go with it? And it came back with basically it has to do with corporations and industry. There are whole industries that want more hours of daylight for people to go consume and buy things, and that's pretty much the people that lobby for keeping daylight savings time are all corporate interests. People like that are in industries where they rely on people to go and be active and buy things. They don't want the darkness tends to make people go home, and they don't want that. But yet the people who are on the other side of the argument about keeping the daylight savings time or getting rid of daylight savings time and reverting back to just standard time are all the people more on the health side and the circadian rhythm side and saying that's the natural cycles or whatever. And they're arguing for one way and the businesses and the corporations are arguing for the other way. And that's why we can't actually get rid of it, because nobody can decide on which way to go. And it sounds like something got signed just recently to favor the corporations and keep the daylight savings time permanent is what's being considered right now in the U.S. So it'll be interesting to see how that shapes up and see what happens. But I'm kind of, I'm not really try not to be that political, because for me, it doesn't really, a lot of this stuff, while it may matter, it doesn't matter that I care about it. It matters that the people in charge care about it. So
Yeah.
I just want the changing of the time back and forth to just be gone. Like we don't have it down here in Costa Rica. But yeah, man, I think it messes with people's lives, jumping forward, jumping back, changing around. I think, just pick a time and go with it, whichever one it is, but just pick one.
Yeah. Exactly.
What about you up there? Is anybody talking about trying to get rid of it up there?
I heard little chit chat here and there. I mean, it's not like forefront and center right now. It's not like
Gotcha.
headlines or anything, but I
You
have
got you got
heard sort of some sort of banter somewhat
mhm,
recently, but I haven't really heard too much.
right,
I mean,
right.
I really don't give a fuck either way, personally.
Right, right. You guys got
Like,
bigger things to worry about
go,
up in Canada.
yeah. Within what time the fucking clock says, like, I don't give a fuck, dude.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Gold
yeah.
jacket, gold jacket, green jacket. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's all the same at the end. Man, this is just not knowing where it wants to live, right? Under 30,000 or over 30,000. It appears to not we be wanting to spend very much time above 30,000 right now.
Yeah. Well, if you rewind the tape back in time, I said that 30K was most likely going to be the battle of the day. So
Yep. Yep. And it has been. Yeah. It seems to be wanting to spend a proportionately bigger amount of time below it than above it.
yeah, your boy's seen a thing or two. So
Right,
I'm just
right.
speaking from
You
experience.
go,
But
boy.
what are you doing? Do you not see the neon sign that says on air? This is when that sign's on. This is a no barking zone and no
Right,
crying.
right. There's no crying in baseball.
There's no
Wow.
crying in baseball.
Right, right. Yeah, I'm thinking too that normally we try to keep this show to around about 2 hours. So I think we'll give it a few more minutes, see if anything develops, and then we'll probably wrap up the session and let everybody go on about their day. Because pretty much it seems like a lot of the same story. It's just a tiny little blip up and then push down, a tiny little blip up and push down.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see what we get for the rest of the day. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't really. The market has no real reason to just absolutely fall from here. I mean, ACH, anything can happen, but
right.
I expect one of two things: either just back and forth fuckery around these levels, or the buyers drop their nuts and this thing gets a little bit more ground. I'm not talking about
Yeah.
like make more highs. I'm just saying we move back up above 30K, a little light
Hmm.
ways, but yeah, it could just be the fuck around show for the rest of the day. Or
Yeah,
maybe I'm goddamn dead wrong and we just
yeah.
lose another 300 points.
Right. Yeah, because again, yeah, nobody. I don't care who they are. If they tell you they know where the market's going to go, they're liars, or they're
Yeah.
trying to
We
sell you
just
something. But yeah, we
all
have
you can do
indicators and probabilities, but
yeah. All we can do is read and react to what's going on and what we think is going to happen next.
yep,
Based on the story that's being presented and throw a little bit of experience in the mix.
100%.
Right now we got the current and the previous two 10K bars couldn't push any lower. And we've got those core DMLs holding us up on the 10K. We're
Hmm.
we're
Hmm.
back inside this 50K pocket. Although we did lose the core DML on the 50, so yeah, it's shaky.
Yeah, nothing
But
really.
from a
Not,
session standpoint, all we got going for us really for the bull side is we're still inside the initial balance.
right, right.
So yeah, I mean, I already got my W for the day. I'm locked out, but
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
that
talking.
was awesome.
I'm just talking shit, but
That was a good job, man. Good job. And again, I took a small little loss. We have one standard stop loss. So for me, it's all about risk management. Is what that comes to. My
mhm.
losses are smaller. I generally try to go for no less than 2 to 1. Try to shoot for 2.5 to 3, and that way I don't have to be right as often, and I can take a loss or two, and it doesn't set me back too far. So that's from my perspective. That's kind of how I view the risk management side of this puzzle is, and I try not to take I try to avoid taking smaller wins and small trades just because then I have to be right more often, mathematically, and that's just too much pressure. uh, I
Yeah.
want a little bit of leeway there. So yeah, no, my wins tend to be 2.5 to 3 R, and my losses are pretty small. Again, today was about 30 points.
hmm
I will open up that stop loss a little bit if there's a DML or a market level or structure that tells me that that's where it needs to be. But in general, if that's the case, I'll try to get a better entry, and so that I can keep my stop loss, a little bit on the smaller side. But sometimes I'll
Yep.
move them if I need to. Same with the take profit. If there's a legitimate level that makes sense, then I'll move it. But yeah, that's kind of my template is about 25 to 30 points on the stop loss and about a 2.5 to 3 R on the take profit. Looks like we're coming back on
Yeah.
that opening range low, creeping back up there.
Well, let's yeah, we either cycle back up a little bit or bottom falls out of this bitch. Who knows?
Hmm. Yeah, still lots of negative numbers on the footprint. Yeah, I'm not seeing this. The sellers are just not giving the buyers any room to breathe.
Yeah. Silver's really volatile. Well, it's been volatile for months, but we're
Yeah,
getting some volatility back. It's taking a decent beating today.
gotcha.
Fucking Bitcoin. Huh. Hope that shit goes to zero. I fucking hate cryptocurrency.
Yeah. I got a little bit of it, but I just toy with it. Nothing serious. There's no rent money involved. There's just a little bit of just a thing to have my toe in the water and play around. But um,
Yeah.
yeah, I find it interesting, man. We'll see. I don't know what it feels like some version of that is where the future is heading, but we'll see.
Yeah. Well, I just hate crypto because I had a really bad experience with it back in 2018,
Right. You
which
jumped on
was
hard, huh?
kind of like, well, I had an international business and we used it a lot for payment
Ah,
and stuff like
gotcha,
that. And we were holding a lot of it, and it went from 20,000 to like 4,000, or like
gotcha.
virtually overnight.
Those
So
numbers sound laughable now, right? But it
yeah,
wasn't no
at
laugh
what
at the time. No laugh at the time,
at
but
the
now.
yeah at the time it upended us and it wasn't very good.
No, not and you weren't able to hang on to it, huh?
No, we couldn't even operate anymore. We were the price we got it at and what it was worth now. Like we couldn't do business anymore.
Gotcha. That's a bummer, man.
Yeah, it's I mean it's all in the past now, but
Right, right. Yeah, this 10K is in some kind of weird version of congestion to me. It's not, but again, even then, it's not that clean. It's not a clean congestion. It's kind of a weird, funky, stretched out. congestion.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yes.
So I think, yeah, I'm done for the day as far as that goes. I'm not going to put any more babies in traffic.
Yeah. Right on. Well, we could probably wrap it up here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think
Uh,
today was a crazy day. Looks like we had a big, right at the open, it just took off to the downside. And um, yeah, if you caught part of that, and it looks like, yeah, our boy Nick there on the chat, he caught quite a bit of that downslide and took home some good good points. And you had a good day. You had a long, right?
yeah, I think I caught the only valid, well, not the only valid, but the
Pretty
first good
much.
valid long of the day. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, good job, man. Yeah, you snagged that one, and that was really the best opportunity for a long. It looks like we had one back here about 4, 5, 6 bars ago that in hindsight, but it didn't shape up like that. It didn't look. You'd said it might, and I just wasn't convinced. I mean, in hindsight, it turns out it was. So I
Yeah,
mean, you
this one
found,
right here, yeah.
yeah, you found the two decent longs of the day. But yeah, everything else was all team short. And sometimes that's the way it goes. That, like you say, that's baseball, right?
Yeah, that's baseball, folks.
All right, guys. Well, yeah, I don't have much to add to that. And again, if you get a chance, if you're curious about this crazy thing that we're doing here, go over to volproedge.com, sign up for the 14-day free trial, take the course, give it a shot. Everything's open once you on that trial. You get access to everything, um, and you can see if it works for you. See if it offers you something of value, then continue on. That's great. If not, you know, keep on going, keep trading, keep doing whatever you want to do. But that's where we're going to be.
And we'll also be here every day to
Yeah, we'll be
to
back.
guide everything. Like, yeah, we'll be here every day.
Absolutely, man. So
Cool.
yeah, that's it for me.
Okay, guys. Same time, same channel tomorrow.